Hallo und herzlich willkommen, ich bin's mal wieder, euer Lieblings-Josef und heute sieht man mich auch mal und hört mich nicht nur. Ich bin in den Peppermint Park Studios und ihr werdet nicht glauben, wem ich dort begegnet bin.
As he stood out on the watch deck looking out onto the sea, it would offer no solutions, only silent company. So he took hold of the reasons as he tried to understand, but they offered just confusion as they
It's been too long. I mean, we actually were going to do this after Vakken. We had talked about getting the, starting everything back up again. And then we lost Paul, and then we had COVID. So we've been kind of getting everything pushed back. And then John had some health issues, and, and then it's at the point where it's do or die. We're all getting up there in age, and we're just excited to be able to play this music again and bring it to people who've never seen it. The South American run was just amazing. The turnout for our shows and the response the band got was just, we were pretty overwhelmed. We didn't expect that.
Der Traum war immer, okay, wir bringen Savatage wieder zusammen. Und 2015 war es dann soweit mit der Wacken-Show. Und dann wurde John krank und das hat das Ganze dann wieder extrem schwierig gemacht. Und jetzt hat es dann endlich im letzten Jahr gesagt, okay, komm, wir probieren es. Und John hat auch seinen Segen gegeben. Er hat gesagt, Jungs, ich will euch nicht länger aufhalten. Ich bin involviert in der Setlist, in allem anderen. Ja, und jetzt sind wir hier und proben, ausgerechnet auch noch in Hannover, in meiner Heimatstadt. Und ich freue mich unheimlich auf die Tour.
I'm using my Jackson guitars on this run. I've got 3 different Randy Rhoads guitars. Yeah, and the Jackson Kelly, which is over there. That's the Kelly. And then I've got this crazy DBZ guitar I've never played live before, and I'm using that for some stuff. It is one that was kind of sitting in my collection, and I never used it live. My straps are made by a gentleman in Spain. It's Anika guitar straps, and he's been making me these really cool special Savatage straps, and this OHM Picks makes me these. You can see the S's in the middle. I use the metal picks like Chris Oliva used to, and with the S in the middle, I don't sweat and drop it, so it grips the pick by having the Savatage S in the middle. That's cool. It's pretty awesome.
Well, I think just naturally from how we had gone from heavy metal to adding in the stories and the instrumentals, when we started to add that in, Beethoven and Bach they tended to be the more heavy ones, so when you were looking for that, it's kind of like when you were listening to Beatles songs as a kid, I went for the heavier songs, so when I was listening to classical music, we kind of just naturally went towards that. And especially when Paul threw Grieg's Mountain King into our songs, it kind of just really started to open your ears towards combining the heavy metal and the classical. So it always kind of leaned towards the heavy ones for me anyway.
Hear the back of your mind as you stand on the stage when they tell you it's time to read words from a past you can't remember. Gotta keep what you have, tell me what is it for? If it made sense, my friend, well then not anymore. Every dream I've told has its decel.
Well, I like to start out with festivals. Personally, I feel pretty comfortable on the festival stage. But there's really nothing like the other stages, that we just got a taste of this in South America. We started out the first show, bang, straight out with Monsters of Rock and the festival. Then the next day, you know, we're in a big, I guess, theater-sized, you know, event. That was our headlining show, which I really found to be fantastic. So I really like both of them. I like it to be a little bit more, you know, I like the closeness of the crowd on the smaller stages too, the more intimate setting. So I'm looking forward to both of it. We got a good mix of both of those settings on this tour, so I'm looking really forward to both of them.
The fact that the fans have stuck with us and have wanted this and asked for it for all of these years really kept this whole thing kind of, you know, the possibility was always there. But when word came out about the band actually doing this and then the response, I mean, I can't believe these shows in Germany that we're playing they're sold out. It's amazing. We haven't been here in 23 years. You know, the lineup is different, but the fans have hung on to this band. And hey, credit to the music. You know, the Paul, John, Chris Oliva, everything these guys created. It's really an honor for us to be able to still continue this. But this is just the beginning. I think things are going to look really good for the future for us.
And the night rolls on like a slow-moving train, and the soul cries out for a handful of rain.
Das war's von uns aus den Peppermint Pavilion Studios von der Savatage Probe für die Deutschland-Tournee. Ich hoffe, ihr da draußen habt euch jetzt schon mal ordentlich mit Tickets versorgt. Wenn nicht, holt das bitte noch nach. Ansonsten sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal, wenn es irgendwas echt Abgefahrenes zu berichten gibt. Passt aufeinander auf, passt auf euch selber auf und vor allem Rock'n'Roll.
Wash your